Hi everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about divergences. What is a divergency in the market? What indicators and tools we can use to easily spot them when they appear? And obviously how to take advantage of those divergences, basically how to trade them in order to make profit. So if this is something that you want to learn and maybe something that you want to add to your strategy so you can maximize your profits, make sure to stay until the end of this video because I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that you can definitely use on your own. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also leave a comment below this video and let me know what else you want to see on our channel next time. Without further ado, let's move on with this video. So basically, what is a divergency in the market? Well, that's when, an instrument is moving in the opposite direction of what we see on the indicator on the chart that we've got. And like I said, I'm going to share with you some indicators that will give you the best results if you want to trade divergences. But just for example, and so you can easily visualize that, what we've got here is price action moving in downwards direction, right? Creating lower lows, lower highs every time it pushes down, but at the same time down here on the indicator we see the opposite thing. We've got higher lows, right? And when you spot something like this is what we call divergency. So this will give us a signal that a potential reversal might be on the way, and you can also use that if, let's say, you've had a short position here and you're still holding your sell trades. Well, if you see that divergency is actually appearing on the chart, and that means you can now close your positions and expect that a reversal will happen. Okay, so first of all, why am I not trading these anymore? I used to, but I don't like trading divergences anymore just because my strategy has developed a lot more. It has evolved in something else. But when I used to trade those, I was looking for those reversal moments, and although I did manage to make some profit, this is basically a counter trend trading strategy. So when you're trading divergences, you're looking for a certain move to end and you want to get in as early as possible. But what could happen is, you will see that many times, although price will give you a signal that a potential reversal might be on the way, right? And you see that there's a divergency. Before that reversal happens, price can easily continue much lower, and every time you get a divergency, you get an entry signal, you will be entering a trade, but at the same time price will continue against you. And this is probably the worst that could happen when you're trading divergencies. And then at some point the trend will actually reverse, but we're not going to be able to catch the whole move to the upside. Let's say you're going to get an entry at the right moment, but then you're going to exit your trade very early if again you're looking for a signal from the indicator as to what to do once you're in a trade. And then next time price pushes up, you're going to be looking to enter again in the opposite direction if this is what the indicator gives you, and again price can easily continue much higher before that reversal actually happens. So this is probably the only con that that this indicator has, but like I said, if you're not using that to make your entries, you can at least use that as an extra confluence as to when you want to close your trade. Now, there are some tools and indicators, like I said, that you can use to help you spot those divergences, and what I've used mostly was the MACD indicator. Now, all those are oscillators, and you can easily find them on any trading platform. We've got the MACD, we've got the RSI, and obviously the stochastic oscillator. I'm going to show you in a minute how I use them, what settings I use to adjust them to work best when I'm looking for divergences. But together with that, I like to use the fractals as well, and this is what gives me the perfect entry moment, or at least in most cases. Let's see, we see that price is trending to the downside, then we get a certain candle, right? And then what we see below that candle is a fractal, which gives us a signal that might turn out to be the low before price shoots up. And at the same time, if I have divergency down here and I see that price is trading to the downside, but at the same time the indicator creates higher lows every time it makes a new impulse, and I've also got a fractal, well, this is what I consider an entry moment. Okay, so we'll see how this works on the chart, and I'm gonna try to explain it as simple as possible. So what we're gonna do now is we've opened up the chart on euro dollar, and I'm gonna add the MACD. Like I said, we can either use the stochastic, the MACD, or the RSI, but the MACD is the one that I've used the most. These are the default settings: 12, 26, and 9 as a simple moving average, and this is basically how the indicator looks. What I like to do though is, because I don't use the simple moving average, I change this one to 1, and then you can also change the colors a bit so you can see that a little bit better. And what this is gonna do, it will stick the simple moving average across the lows and the highs of the indicator. That way you can see them a little bit better. Let me just... This is pretty much what we're looking for, right? So we see that price creates, lower highs, lower lows, and normally the indicator follows that. But whenever we've got different values from what we see on the chart and what we see down here on the indicator, that's when we've got a divergency. And what we're going to do now is we're going to look at an example right here. So what we've got is price, creating lower lows, and at the same time, that's what we see here, lower lows, right? As price continues pushing to the downside and still creating lower lows right here, okay, what we see is exactly the opposite on the indicator, right? Now we have higher lows here on the MACD. Right, 12, 26, and 1. These are the settings that I like to use when using that indicator. So what we've got right now, well, we've got a divergency. Again, lower lows in price action, at the same time higher lows with the indicator. Okay, so this is the first signal that the trend might be changing and we could start looking for trading opportunities in the opposite direction. And that's what a lot of people like to use for their entry signal. However, I'm going to show you what else you can add as well to give you the exact entry moment. So again, we go to indicators, this time Bill Williams indicators, and we're going to be using the fractals. Okay, so we'll leave it as it is. I like to use black color just because I've got a white background on the chart, and what we see is a fractal above a certain candles or below them. And what that shows is basically whenever you've got a fractal on the top of a candle, that means that the previous two and the next two candles are lower than the candle of which you've got a fractal on. So this is the highest value of these previous two candles and the highest value of the next couple of candles. And that means, this fractal wasn't up here until that candle right here, until the open of this second candle after the fractal. I hope that makes sense. You will understand it. I'm going to show you an example. Let me just zoom in a little bit once more so we can see that even better. So what we're looking at right here is, the lower lows that price creates. At the same time, we've got higher lows, and right here we've got a fractal, okay, on the bottom of the candle. So you can see that the previous two candles are higher than this one, and at the same time the next two candles are also higher than this one. So we had this fractal on the open of this candle right here. And this shows that this is the lowest point so to me that means this is the bottom. That's where we should be looking for trades. And that also means that your entry wasn't going to be here on this candle but on the open of this one, because that's when you get the fractal below this candle. Okay, so this is where you make your entry. You can place your stop loss just below the fractal. Remember that we're only looking for long trades. That's why we're looking at the fractals on the bottom. Okay, now you've got a fractal here, so that could mean that you would have an entry here, stop loss right here, and you might have gotten stopped out here if you didn't close your trade earlier. But even if you got stopped out, then you have another entry signal with this fractal. Okay, that's where you make your entry. You place your stop loss below this candle, which is about 20 pips, and you're looking for a reversal, basically a continuation higher. Okay, so you get another fractal here, which if you didn't manage to make your entry right here, then you probably will have gotten in right here on this candle, basically on the open of this one, right? Because on the open of this candle is where when the fractal will appear below this one. And so this entry right here looks like a great entry. You've got again about 20 pips of stop loss and you're looking for a continuation higher, and as you can see, price pushes up and it reverses the trend. Now, when you're looking for targets, there's mainly two things that you're going to be looking out for. So price is either going to, reverse the full trend. So basically this downtrend will fully reverse, or at least you're going to see a retracement. And how you can find out your target levels is, you can use a Fibonacci retracement tool, right? You're going to drag this fib from the top of the move right here, down here to the bottom. And what we're going to be looking for is obviously the first level will be 23.6%, which I don't normally use for targets because sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense or it doesn't give you a positive risk to reward ratio. But whenever I'm expecting a correction in a certain move, I'm expecting to see price reaching to the 38.2% level or maybe even the 61.8% level. So in this case, that here would have been our first target, 38.2 level, and our second target will be 61.8 up here. Right, well, we've made an entry down here right at the bottom and price has reached the 38.2 level quite quickly, which is about 150 pips. So that's amazing. If we scroll the chart over, we see that price enters kind of a consolidation mode for quite some time, and it eventually reaches the 61.8% level. In this case particularly, I don't think you would hold a trade here over that long period of time, but you can definitely look for more trading opportunities inside of this range. However, what we see here is that price easily reaches that 38.2 level, and it looks like a great trading opportunity. Again, that's about, just over 100 pips of potential profit when you've got a 20 pips stop loss. So at least 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio on this trade. This is pretty much how you should use and trade divergences with the help of a couple of indicators, the MACD and the fractals. But like I said, in many cases you will get stopped out most of the time. You can easily see that here. So I'm gonna do this and you can see what I mean, right? So what we see here is that price, creates lower lows, right? Okay, but at the same time you get higher lows with price with the MACD indicator. So this right here is a divergency, and that also means that you're going to be looking to trade this one in the opposite direction. Well, as you can see, price continues much lower, before that reversal finally happens. And this is what I mean. Sometimes you're going to get stuck into those trades and you might have a losing streak. And that's why I don't like trading divergences on their own. That's why I like to use trend trading in my strategy, and I would rather get in at the right moment and take advantage of the trend. Because looking at what we've got here, well, if I have to be honest, you don't really need any indicators in order to find out that you've got a trend reversal. Okay, what we see here on the hourly the 4-hour time frame is that price creates a low down here. It then pushes up into an impulse, breaks above previous resistance right here, previous levels. It then comes back for a pullback and it creates another impulse to the upside, again breaking above most recent resistance. Well, that to me gives me a signal for a potential trend reversal. And if I have to be honest, if we look that on the hourly chart, that would look I think even better. Exactly what we see here is we've got the initial downtrend, right? Then we see price creating this low, and instead of creating a lower low, it creates a higher low, and it then makes this bullish impulse. It then makes a pullback, test these previous levels right here, and it then makes another impulse again. Alright, so as you can see, using trend trading only and price action, pure price action, will give you pretty much the same signals as to what you're going to see from the indicators. So anyways, if you want to use divergence, if you want to trade that, if you are a counter trend trader, then you can obviously use it. This is the right way, I think. I think this is the best way and the most profitable way to trade these types of strategies. Also, combine the fractals, the divergence together with support and resistance levels, and you will increase your win rate a lot. Okay, so some great tips and tricks here on how to use those indicators and how to trade divergences. Again, if you like this video, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to follow us on social media and check out the links in the description below this video to find even more trading related content by us. Also join our free Telegram channel where we send out daily trading setups. Okay, that's all for now. I wish you a lot of success in trading and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to watch our last 2 videos where you can find more valuable information. Check out our channel for more trading related videos. I wish you all a successful trading and I'll see you next time.